Biafrans got talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I got that day, oh. Remember when me tell you say I got that day, oh. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you put like a Papa Nuku. But then when we go, me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro, me tell you what I day. For me, the brother, the rest of man, I tell you what I do. Me never give up, me tell them
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans, if for freedom had to die, we will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in the heart, you'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now, if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart, forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history, that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bummed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
Then we are starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in blood, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm following you.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy.
be free. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Biafrans reject the global conspiracy against the Biafran people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent lives that are being wasted away. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa now.
Na tulaje bwana mwabuli vemelem Ajibe kwena tulane bovo Timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule Nani mona tunilu Na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu Ngula matali wanso jere futa mbaka njuba diali Ama abulezi okwenu Na baka la keluego nezi enwe Nubote akala keluego nudezi Maka na baba neno waralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lira tono na nagulugu senyi tono nugu banatayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana njuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milia kekwa waja siyenyi ka kezu ezo pabule bewelo tamano Umu Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makano fobi abakama Nana nugo noe Umu Biafra na mekele umunina Nkabo nkanyi Mwadati na ijele wanyi biakeneli Okwage bulu kwekene na fandi otu Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere Wesi ya kene rugio Aduba kwa chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem Adawunelia kala ya dike Mafondi mojiri die bube Bikade biche vele mongwem Odogweji mali bonine. Odogweji malo Biafra miya. Dumego chuku. Papa gisi kene logi Philippo Efyang. Abuzikwa nwoke kwuloku wee kwụsị okwu si na Biafra ya ekunye. Na ya bụ Biafra ya tụlụ ugo wee nata. Mana bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekuigo. N'ọkụ ọgụlị nwata n'aka na ele. Ọba gị isi ekene lego onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Amadike Biafra kedu ebe ị nọ dike. Amadike Biafra bịa n'ụlọ.
She has no jurisdiction to crime. None whatsoever. I came out of
Ọba gị bụ ofu onye tiri ndị iro mgbada nwụrụ ahụ n'isi.
accused from my case and cannot try my case.
Amadike.
There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you. Today, because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to the NJC
Biafra COS Dr. NgoziOrabueze Biakenelu.
For personal gain.
Ada Biafra ni toto.
Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them this is what happens. Nobody wants to do to That's the problem. They sent her to my case.
Biafra government nina. They know na exile cabinet bi anolo numwe. Ono ekene unu jisinu ikene. Na chukwu na ndana ya agba unu ube. Baka no ya sulo bi ya toka imaluge nuwe. Jisinu ikene. Kadelo mondi Biafra Liberation Army Umuchukwu. The agents of Biafra land the great oracles of Biafra Nananunwe. Anuwe kede nunama. Nanunu jisi kenol. Natugo ya ba urume. Umuchukwu. I say Canada, the Prime Minister H.E. Mazi Simon Webber. Abuzi kwaba to be you. I try to do more Biafra, I don't ganga pio tembe will na me.
I can show you, you will not see.
Kudu akomile na kwalonu. Yes. Mwana kwa mo biakeneli o. Odagiri dimu.
All the guys spend their son to
Ose funu dilo bianulonu we. Makwale na kosa de malanya. Mweji mwagu konyilo sinodilo kasojilo yatiji sojilo wewalasa. Muzikwe wabatobi Pagada gidi kebi anulunu Mweji wala niyo Kujine chukunyele ndi Biafra inanunu Nuna beke nege Asimona ya dele Biafra nile nama Asino ya dele nile nama Mandaye na bono mweno utela nyiweli enne Mandaye na bono dudonu na
na n'udo n'ụlọnwe maka na mgbe na-abọ ka ekwe na agbọ dike agbọ ya na ndụ ọgbọ ya n'ọnwụ n'obi ife onye edebeli na-edere n'ụwa ma abụla ife emeleme. A good legacy will last forever, my believe and the remembrance of my beliefs you.
Language of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị ọbụladị ndị okenye oru 2 na 4 bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ala ha niile si na-ede nsọ Chineke nna nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a ehihie abalị n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke ebere dị ngọzi ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube onye ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị mma gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube dị ngọzi ka igwe tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị iro ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ ije obodo ekwensu bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke ebere na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne ịdị n'otu ọganiru ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ka i wee tinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezụga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi ka ọ ga-abụ n'ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa anyị ga-aja gị mma wee too gị wee gọzie aha nsọ gị kpụ isi ala nye gị bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwu Kikabi Amapurumi Henine, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it.
Come this far. One thing I'm going to ask you, I think it's going to be the last question before I will allow you to rest, because you know you have been on this journey for a very long time and every day on the phone and all that. So I'm going to ask you one last question. The question is this: if from what I've just read now about the motion for Biafra independence at the UK Parliament.
Yes.
The wording is that the Office of the Commonwealth must make sure they use their diplomatic power and ties to compel, though they did not use the word compel, but to compel Nigeria government to organize referendum for a possible freedom of Biafra. And this is exactly what we are all asking. Now, if this did not happen, are you ready to lead us to do anything to get the freedom of Biafra?
Yes.
Which I'm going to be number one to follow you.
Yes. You think we're going to live like this, like a bunch of animals forever? Of course not. Of course not. It can't, they know it very well that we are coming. And I will come and I'll bring hell with me. They understand it very well. You better give me Biafra now. If they do not give me Biafra now, the zoo, I am making it very clear to the whole world so they understand what I'm saying very clearly. So that by the time that we are gone, history they will remember the deeds of God upon our lives. We have not come for anything else. I don't exist for anything else. It's only for Biafra to come. If you're not going to give me that Biafra, I will destroy everything I see on my path. I'm being honest with you. There is no other outcome. Forget about all those speaking grammar and that's rubbish. Give us a referendum, as those British MPs tried to do, in keeping with the fact that in England you have people that have soul and conscience. If you have a referendum today and people say foolishly vote to remain in one Nigeria, I will give up. But that's where we're going to, and nothing. You know, you know where we are now. Do you think we are going to drop our guns now? Is that what you think? Are we going to drop it now? No.
No way.
You must negotiate. And that is going to be a referendum. They understand it. Or else we give them hell. And they know it. If Boko Haram, a bunch of idiots that didn't go to school, can give you a tough time, imagine people who are educated and all over the world. But as you know, with Pharaoh, their ears will be blocked. They'll be doing their janja with some. They will think, oh, we have a Hanese, we have George Obiozo, we have the likes of Hope, which of them we shall prevail. But you'll hear their stories soon as well. We're not going back. Oh. We have come to die for what we believe. Thank you very much for having me, Simon.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell, oh no, there was somebody called Hope. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Omahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
I'm a child of 20 pounds. I am a product and a survival of children and the generation that were starved to death. And I am very, very angry. I'm very, very angry. Instead of that we cannot get this Biafra, I will turn to a beast. I will turn to a beast. I will become a beast. You see those children that you see, you count their ribs, and their stomach are big. You see their stomach swelling up every day. We came from them. This generation of Biafra, we come from them. We come from their survivors. And you know, I will be a beast. Most of you who claim you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria, for that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why? We are not the one bringing violence to Nigeria state. Rather, Nigeria aggression must be responded with aggression. That aggression is self-defense.
Nigeria is the terrorist, not we, not Biafra. So Finland, you need to get that clear first. You need to know who is committing the act of terrorism. As of today, the Nigerian state, headed by Tinubu and Christopher Musa, continues to unleash act of terrorism against innocent Biafrans. They killed 4 innocent children today in Biafra land, Finland. That is terrorism. Right there. That is terrorism. If you do not know what terrorism means, Nigeria is a terrorist state. So when Finland neglects the terrorist state of Nigeria and labels innocent Biafrans a terrorist group, who told Finland that indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, who told Finland that we are terrorists? Who gave that labeling? Because they said it. So is it Nigerian terrorist states, Tinubu, Christopher Musa, Bianca Ojukwu that reported, Tinubu that reported to you, Finland, that we, IPOB, that we are terrorists? Then you believe them, right? You believed the lies perpetrated by the Nigerian state because you want to enjoy economic gain from Nigeria. You want to milk that oil that comes from Biafra land. And based on that, you've joined the terrorist state of Defense Chief Christopher Musa of Nigeria to label Biafrans as terrorists, right? We are waiting for the indictments that you, Finland, is going to come up with. Biafra, we are a sovereign nation, and we are waiting for that. We are waiting to see how this game will end between Finland, Nigeria, and the United States of Biafra. According to the Finland Criminal Police Bureau Department, they went on this nationwide investigation, both in Nigeria and everywhere. I don't even know, everywhere, possibly America. I believe they told the American government that I am a terrorist, and they needed that investigation. But guess what? America told Finland to go to hell.
Yes.
America told Finland to go to hell. You have no clue what you are talking about. How can you leave the Nigerian terrorist state, President Tinubu, that is the real terrorist, and you are trying to label people like us as terrorists? They tried. I'm telling you, Finland approached America, but they failed woefully. Woefully, because America is a country that is built on the rights of the citizens. They know what being independent means. They know what self-determination means. They will know what self-defense means. So when Finland came with that globalist agenda, they are operating in Europe with Netherlands, with Norway. America told them to go to hell. That is why they could not proceed with their lies, with their fake investigation in America. But did they try? Yes, they did. Did they inform American FBI? Yes, they did. I know they did.
Something is wrong with you. Mani mama, mani hanya ekukita nweke like in the nege nese line online. Ona abaka segaro. Mani have the truth of otu esi ama ebo onye kwunu ife na-eme n'obi onye awa. Iga amaleli aka obi ife nwutebuli ife mkpọwa obi. Na ịbịa na all the tribes enwe na Nigeria, n'ụwa niile, obodo niile nkowa, even from Bible, the only tribe amara how to protect their own bụ ndị Igbo. Sọsọ ndị Igbo, sọsọ the elites nọ na Igbo bụ ndị amara how to fight and protect their own. Nna fe gosi gị na Bible now. One time I know morning prayer that when I'm because actually on this.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program, wherever you're joining from. I appreciate you as you connect to this very program. It is a special one. Remember, today is Monday. As always, we are here. It is our duty to come on daily basis to update you about the situation of the restoration of Biafra. And we are here to do what we know how to do best. Wherever you are watching us from, if you are watching on Facebook, or you are watching us from TikTok, or you are with me on David Harbour channel where I'm hosting the program, I welcome every one of you and I appreciate you for being part of the program. Remember, today is Monday, a special day for us. It is a day every Biafran, we have decided by our own self and say that we are going to isolate Monday to be a day we show to the world our grievances, the day we demand for the unconditional release of all political prisoners of Biafra, more especially our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It's a day we show the world that we are no longer interested in the so-called One Nigeria. Is a day we come together to delegitimize Nigerian government in full force. Is a day the Biafrans speak in a loud voice and let the world know that everyone serving Nigeria in Biafran territory have lost legitimacy. Monday is a very special day. A day that the Biafrans have resolved to continue to keep sacred until we are free. It doesn't matter what you say about it. It doesn't matter the propaganda, the blackmail you push against it. The Biafrans don't care. We are focused on where we are going. And for the sake of those who are joining us on this platform for the very first time, and those who are going to come across our video for the very first time, this platform is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra that was declared on the 29th of November 2024 under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, and on the supreme command of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, today under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. That is where we stand. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come to this platform to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people, to attack individuals. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. We don't come here to push propaganda. We don't come here to blackmail anybody. All we do here is to speak the truth and nothing but the truth, to support humanity, to present the case of Biafra before the whole world, to tell our story, the truth and nothing but the truth, without any addition. It is only you that can tell your story. The greatest mistake you will make in life is to allow others to tell your story for you. Whenever you allow your enemies to tell your story for you, that is your end. You will never survive it. It's going to be very difficult for you to survive it. The same way the Africans generally have allowed foreigners to tell their story. The Westerners told the story of Africa, and today, as we speak, what people believe about Africa are all false, more especially in the Western country. You don't blame them. There are many youths that are born recently. There are people who do not have the exact story of the Africans. They see you as somebody who needs help. They see you as somebody who cannot comprehend anything. They see you as somebody who cannot make any achievements. They see you as somebody who is living in the jungle. They see you as somebody who doesn't have a say because of the story that we are told. And it is because we, the Africans, allowed people to tell our story. I thank Chukwu Okagara today. This generation is changing the narrative. We are telling our story. And we are starting from the grassroots. As a Biafran, I will tell my story, the truth and nothing but the truth, and the exact fact about the situation. That is why we are here every morning, to bring out that fact and truth. Show it to the whole world for the world to digest. Wherever you are watching me from, I want you to tighten up your seatbelt. We are going to hit it and hit it very hard today. We have allowed them to tell our story for a very long time. Today, we have taken it upon ourselves to tell our story. We are going to expose every atrocities of Nigerian government in Biafra territory. We will continue to expose it and bring it to the world. The atrocities of the government of Nigeria, their involvement in terrorism against their own citizens, not only the Biafrans, not just the Biafrans. Every indigenous person in Nigeria has become an endangered species. Every indigenous person is living in danger. Every indigenous person in Nigeria, when they go out, they are not sure of coming back. When they wake up, they thank God for the day. They are not sure if they're going to see the next day. And as I speak, hundreds of people are losing their life on a daily basis in all parts of Nigeria. People are losing their life. And the government says nothing, does nothing, is not concerned about it. The only thing the government does is to make sure they guide the media. They manipulate their media and tell their media to play down the situation. In most cases, they tell their media never to speak about issues that have to do with the terrorism in Nigeria. Terrorism that is carried out by the Fulani Janjaweed. You won't see them speak this way in their own media. And when we call the name of the people who are involved in this terrorism, we are not just blackmailing the tribe or antagonizing them. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. Every terrorist organization in Nigeria, there are many of them uncountable, new ones springing up. Every single one of them found their foot soldiers among the Fulanis. Talk about the ISWAP. They are made up with Fulanis. The Boko Haram, made up with Fulanis. The ISIS, made up with Fulanis. The Bakarua, the new one they found, made up with Fulanis. The foot soldiers of every single terrorist organization in Nigeria is provided by the Fulanis. It is a fact, verifiable fact. It is not a blackmail. It is not a propaganda. I'm not trying to tarnish the image of the Fulanis. This is a fact that must be known by the whole world. It is a fact. And that is why we are here. You can't hear this on their conventional media. On their conventional media, when you speak the way we speak, they will shut you down because they don't want the truth to come out. Not only that they do not want the truth to come out, they will do nothing about it because they sponsor these people we are talking about. At a point in time, Nigerian government released billions of naira to this very group we are talking about. The government released billions under Muhammad Buhari. Through Mieti Allah, they will release billions to them. So when we talk about Nigerian government financing terrorist organization, it is not a propaganda nor a blackmail. I'm not trying to say it for you to look at them differently, but it is a fact that must be said. no matter how you try to avoid it, those of us who are wearing the shoe that knows where it pains us, we will say it the way it is. When we say it on social media, people will not take it serious. But I bet you, governors have said it, fought it, and they fought those governors and made sure they removed them. Many of you, maybe you have forgotten because we forget so easily. If you can remember Otom, the governor of Benue State. Otom, former governor of Benue State, was in the forefront of calling these Fulanis out. At a point in time, the leader of this Fulani group, which is Meeti Allah, that provides every foot soldier that the terrorists are using to fight. Governor Otto challenged them, spoke to them, and they came openly and threatened Governor Otto that they are going to deal with him, and they went ahead to attack him. Broad daylight, it was not hidden. They publicized it and attacked him directly. And Governor Otto spoke about it. It is still there on the media. So when we say these things, if you are not following events, or maybe you just come across our video, you think maybe we are making it up because we are on social media speaking. But I bet you, every single thing I say here, you can verify it. Go and verify in their conventional media. At one point in one time, somebody must have spoken about it, but what happened? When you speak boldly about the situation, they come after you. So many people that have spoken lost their life. Many of you can remember Obadiah Melafia. Obadiah Melafia was one of the persons who was in the forefront to call for the defense of his own people, to expose the atrocities of the Janjaweed Fulanis. Their plan, he exposed their plan. He went to the extent of calling on all Christians to gather together and have a one-day sit at home across the whole nation. Was it 1 week? Obadiah Melafia called all the Christians. When we talk about the loss of life, majorly of Christians in Nigeria, you think it started yesterday. You think the call is just being made by the United States. You think this is something that has been coming for a very long time, but people pretend it is not happening. And when you hear they talk about the destruction of life of Christians in Nigeria, the attack on Christians in Nigeria, it is attack on the Biafran people. I can tell you that 90% of Biafrans are Christians, and they are scattered all over the contractor called Nigeria. Up to 90% are Christians. The only few ones you see are those who are in the Jewish religion and some who claim to be practicing traditional religion. And these people have at one point in time were Christians. Now you understand very well. When you see those numbers coming out, Obadiah Melafia made a call for 1 week sit at home. And what happened? At the end of the day, they took him out. They took him out. Today, he is no more. There was one man again from Ududua land who made a revelation, a former security officer who came out and made a revelation of the plans of the Fulani Janjaweed, how they are trying to force everybody into their own kind of religion. When the man made a revelation, of course they came after him. And today, that man is not in Nigeria, he's living abroad, he's in exile. Several people have made this call. There is nothing we are saying here that is forged, or maybe we are saying that of hate, or maybe we are saying it because we are too smart, or because maybe we are too proud. No, we are saying what we are saying to save life. It is to save life. The life of the people in Nigeria, the indigenous citizens in Nigeria, is in danger. Every single one of them is an endangered species in that country. It is so sad that the same people who their families are in danger, many of them are living abroad and they don't care. You go to platforms today on social media, Nigeria have the greatest, bigger family. On social media, they're everywhere. But what are they doing in their platform? Jesting. Is either they're engaging in saga, or they are jesting, or they are doing comedy, or they are talking one nonsense or the other. But the atrocities that is happening in their life, including in their villages. They're not talking about it. Some of them are just waiting until it happens to them directly before they will speak. The few of them that post is only when it happens to them directly. You see them sending audio messages and voice messages. They wait until it happens to them directly when they have a direct attack on them, either to their family member, to their friend, or in their own locality. Then, only then they will speak. When we come online and create this awareness, they call us talkative. They say we are jobless. They say we don't have nothing to do. They call us miscreants. They give us different kinds of names. But we know what we are doing. It's just a question of time. We will be here. The same way we are sharing this information, it will happen to them and members of their family, and we will share it. The greatest one and the most painful one is the Biafran people. Those who are from the old southeastern region, the present southeast, Lower Kogi and Lower Benue. You are from this region and you are still playing into the hand of one Nigeria. Shame on you. Shame on you. More especially the Igbo Biafrans. And I bet you there are so many Igbo Biafrans that are involved in the one Nigeria atrocity today. More especially the politicians. You heard the video I played before I commenced this program where a Reverend Father was speaking. I'm still going to play that video of that Reverend Father so that you can listen to it properly. Just maybe you might come back to your senses. When we are talking about self-preservation, the only tribe today that is not serious about self-preservation is the Igbo tribe. The Igbo tribe. And I'm talking about the Igbo politicians. They are the most dangerous people, the most people who are very, very dangerous, very wicked, and I don't know how to describe them. The Igbo politician and the elites. The Igbo politicians, they are the worst kind of human being you can find on the planet Earth. It is not about religion. It is not about whatever you can think about. It is about their selfish interests, wicked human beings that I don't know where they come from. People who can do anything for power, for position, for popularity, for wealth. The group of politicians we have in Biafra land are the reason we are online on daily basis. They are the reason we are standing and we are demanding. You see innocent Biafran, helpless Biafran fighting, even with nothing, with empty hand. It is because we have no leaders. Politically in Nigeria, we have no elites in Nigeria. Every single one of them from A to Z have been bought over. They have no voice. From the least to the highest, they are all bunch of criminals that have been bought over. And they can spill your blood for their popularity. They don't care. They can spill your blood to remain relevant. The Igbo politicians, the worst of the worst. But I bet you their days are numbered. Their days are numbered because we are in a generation where the youths are taking the powers, their fate into their own hand. We are telling our story. As Africa is revolving, telling their story, we are not just telling stories in Africa. We are starting from grassroots. We are starting from grassroots. That is why I say, anybody that is going to come and preach for me African unity, wherever you are, and you want to preach one united Africa for me, I will first of all look at where you are coming from. How is your background and your own country? The only people that can be able to speak to me about African unity today, one person that can speak about Africa and I would hear is Ibrahim Traore. Anybody from Burkina Faso that preaches African unity, I will open my ears and listen clearly. I can sit on a table with anybody from Burkina Faso that speaks about African unity. I will understand because of the president of the planet Traore, because Ibrahim has been able to save his own people. He has saved them, and what they are doing today is to carry other people along. If somebody from the Zoological Republic open his mouth and talk about Africa, run for your life. If somebody from South Africa comes to preach for you one Africa, run for your life. The next thing, he's going to use your head to cement his speech. If somebody from Kenya or any other African country comes to speak to you about one Africa, look at where they are coming from, what they are doing to their own people. We must resolve the problem from the root. That is why the only solution remains dividing the whole place along tribal lines. Africa must go back to the roots. We must go back to where we are coming from. We must redraw this very line that the colonial master drew. If you continue to walk based on this line that the colonial master have drawn for you, you are doomed. You can't escape it. You are doomed. You're only digging your grave the more. As I said before, the only person that can speak about Africa today and listen to him is Ibrahim Traore. Because he is not just speaking. He has done something and he is doing something. And if you look at this country, they are in one page today, working united to safeguard their people. I'm not going to tell you there are no saboteurs. There are saboteurs, even in Burkina Faso, but they are very, very minute and they will never succeed. They are very, very minute. Less than 1%, and they will never succeed. Only somebody from Burkina Faso or Ibrahim Traore can preach the unity of Africa, and I will listen. Wherever you are coming from, I see every one of them who call themselves human rights activists. They hide under that cover to create popularity for themselves. That is what they do. It's just like somebody from Nigeria telling you that he's a human rights activist. Human rights activist by foot. A Nigerian standing out to tell you that he or she is a human rights activist. Run for your life. These are a bunch of criminals, fraudsters, who want to pursue popularity and push one criminal agenda or the other. And just to wait for some time, just wait, give him a time, or just give him or her some time. You begin to see their true colors. You begin to see their true colors. My fellow Biafrans, our purpose of being here is to tell our story. And we are going to tell it the way it is, without looking back. This program that I do here every morning is a very open program for everybody. The platform is open for everybody. The only thing that qualifies you to join me on stage is for you to be a human being. As long as you're human, you are welcome. Whether you are a Biafran or non-Biafran, whether you are African or non-African, whether you are black, red, or green, whether you have whatever be your own ideology, whatever be your belief, whoever you think you are supporting, wherever you think you are coming from, you are welcome as long as you're human. The only thing we demand on this very platform is that when you are coming, appear in a decent manner. If you are coming on a video, appear in a decent manner. If you are coming on audio, you are welcome. But when you are speaking to us, please speak in a very civil manner. The whole world is watching us. The United States of Biafra government is observing this very platform. The Secretary of Information is very much around us. The Deputy Prime Minister is observing this very platform. So use this opportunity to air your opinion. If you have a superior argument, maybe there is something you're hearing about us you're not too sure about, bring it on. Let's deal with it. In this platform, we don't come here to gag you. You are entitled to your opinion. Hold on to your opinion, come with it, let us talk about it. That is what we do here. Today is Monday, a very special and sacred day for us, Biafrans. This day was chosen by the Biafran people. This day was not chosen by Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa was not the one that instituted sit at home. Hear this and hear it clear. He was not the one that instituted. In fact, it was the Department of Saboteurs, the DOS, were the ones that put in place the sit at home on Monday. But because they decided to walk away from it, when the sit at home become effective, because they have a hidden agenda, They decided to walk away, and the Biafran people said, no, we can't protest outside. There is no other thing we have to air our opinion. We don't have a voice, nobody to speak. Mazen Nandekan is not there to talk for us. The only voice we have found is the sit at home. And the Biafran people say they will not stop the sit at home. It wasn't Mazen Samuel that said it. The Biafran people unanimously continued the sit at home even when it was called off. They said no. What did Mazen Samuel do? A man of the people. He supported the will of the people. He supported the will of the people. He wasn't the one that initiated it. He wasn't the one that planned it. All he did was to support the will of the people. And the people, for the past 3-4 years now, have continued to sit at home every single Monday, even in the absence of the Master Simon Ekpa. Now, do you understand it better? You know, they have used different kinds of propaganda and blackmail to push lies against Master Simon Ekpa. They push different kinds of lies. Even they were trying to use the sit at home to demonize Master Simon Ekpa. At the end of the day, it worked against them. They went to plan with people and they employed the members of DSS and whatever and Fulanis to enforce the sit at home. We saw videos where a policeman was among people who were enforcing sit at home. In fact, the video was played on their conventional media. Some of us have forgotten, but we don't forget. During the time they were enforcing, among one of the Fulanis that were captured there, and one of those who exchanged fire with the police, they found the ID card of the DSS in their pocket when they were shut down. These individuals we are enforcing sit at home just to demonize what we are doing and to give a bad name to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is important I remind you about this because some of us, we are not paying attention when we started. Some are joining today and some are still going to join tomorrow. We know we're in the restoration of Biafra is a process. There are people that joined during the time of Mazen Nandekan and some ignored. Some came in during the time of Mazen Simon Ekpa. And today, under Dr. NgoziOrabueze, many are going to come in. So we will continue to revise issues so that you can be able to understand. All you need to do is to pay attention. That is why we will continue to come online until when we get our freedom fully. So today is a special day chosen by Biafran people to demand for the unconditional release of every political prisoner of Biafra in Biafra land. It is a day we come together to demand the delegitimization of Nigeria in our territory. Every political post, anybody holding posts for Nigeria in Biafran territory today is a day we show the world that they have no legitimacy. They have lost their legitimacy in Biafra land. And Biafrans have been using this self-referendum every Monday, locking down in their place to air their opinion. You and I know that we cannot protest. Each time we protest in Nigeria, it has been an opportunity for them to commit genocide in Biafra land. They did it in Aba, they did it in Enugu, they did it in Headbridge, they did it in Ozu River, simply because we are in our opinion. Unarmed Biafrans were murdered in cold blood. The evidence are on video. When Biafrans gathered and they were praying, they opened fire. The evidence are on video, aired by CNN. But when you see these informations and facts that are there, you begin to ask yourself, why is the world stay silent? Why are they silent? The only reason they are silent is because of their selfish interests. The world operates according to interests. And the interest they have in Nigeria is to continue to steal the resources that is in Biafra land for their own benefit. They are ready to spill your blood to get that resources. They don't care. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter how many children died. It doesn't matter how many women are made widow, how many men are made widowers, how many children are made orphan. They don't care. As long as the resources in Biafra land continue to flow to the west. That is where you see the global conspiracy. And that is why today you can see Finland authority going after Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, an innocent man who has not committed any crime. Mazi Simon Ekpa is a lawyer. He read international law, served in Finnish military, served in their politics, and there is no way he will be ignorant of the law. There is no way Mazi Simon can be ignorant of the law. So when you hear them charging Mazi Simon Ekpa for incitement and saying that Mazi Simon Ekpa belonged to a terrorist group, you begin to wonder, how did the Finnish government arrive at Mazi Simon Ekpa being a terrorist or joining a terrorist group? And when did he join this terrorist group? Is it from the time Mazi Simon Ekpa joined the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, till date, that he now become a terrorist? If it was when he joined the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, from that time he joined up to date, he has been active in everything that is happening in Finland. He has been active in their politics. He has been active in all activities and present in everything. And whatever he has been doing, he has been going up to the presidency and their parliament to tender documents. And he have written several petitions to their parliament, of which they called him. We saw on video where he sat with them and he explained that. We have seen him on many outings in Finland. At what point did the organization Mazi Simon Ekpa belong to, the indigenous people of Biafra, become a terrorist group that Finland endorsed? You and I know that the only country that sees the indigenous people, you and I as Biafrans, as terrorists, is Nigerian government. Nigerian government labels us terrorists. You and I. Every one of us. Apart from Nigerian government, there is nowhere we are seen as terrorists. The IPOB are present in all countries of the world, legally registered. So at one point, did Finland see IPOB as a terrorist group? Is it from the time Mazi Simon Ekpa took IPOB to the next level to become a government in exile, have a government in exile? If it were when Mazi Simon Ekpa formed a government in exile, before the formation of government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa notified the Finland authority. They were aware. And as government in exile, went to Finland 2 years ago to conduct the very first convention in Finland. The convention was streamed live. The convention was attended by dignitaries in Finland. There was no problem. Nobody invited Mazi Simon Ekpa. And Biafrans flew in from all parts of the world. At what point did the BRIG become a terrorist group? Is it after the declaration of the United States of Biafra, which Mazi Simon Ekpa planned and also informed the Finnish authorities, told them that we are coming in Finland for the declaration of Biafra? And Biafrans obtained visa from their various countries to attend that occasion. Biafrans from various countries obtained visa from their embassies to attend that very occasion. The declaration of Biafra at the second convention, which happened last year, 29th of November 2024. So, is there any other organization that the Finnish government know that we don't know? We are waiting to see. We are waiting to see. They talked about incitement. At what point did Mazi Simon Ekpa begin to incite Biafrans? I can bet you every single one of us started this journey from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mostly About 80% of us started this journey from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And some started from the time of Mazi Simon Ekpa. And today, Mazi Simon Ekpa is not there. People are still carrying their cross because it's something that has to do with every single one of us. It is not about Mazi Simon Ekpa. There is no way, you don't incite any Biafran. All we are telling is our story. And every Biafran that have come of age knows these things. You can't deny it. You can't run away from it. Even when they try to pretend it's not happening, the government of Nigeria continue to throw it at your face. You will always see a reason to react. You will see a reason to react. As long as you are a Biafran, just look at Nigerian government today, the one that happened recently, the latest one. The latest one. How will you explain to your child that your child read his or her book, kept awake all night, wrote jump? After writing a jump, this is a child have been excellently performing in his or her education, has never failed once, has never failed, has been performing well with sleepless night after writing jump. Then all of a sudden, you have a news that all the states in Biafra land, their result was tampered with. It has a glitch. All the states in Biafra land, that their result have a glitch. And the section of area in Lagos State where Biafrans are, their result also have a glitch. But in other states of Nigeria, their own result had no problem. It appeared the way it's supposed to be. How do you explain that to your child? Already, somebody have already committed suicide because of that. And many other children today are having one problem or the other because of that. How do you explain that? If your child asks you, Daddy, Mommy, why is it that it's only in our state that the result have glitches? How are you going to explain that to your child? You see, you don't need to incite anybody. All you need to do is to tell people what they need to know, which is the truth and nothing but the truth. And that is why we are telling our stories, so that we can continue to explain to our children. They have to be prepared to face what is coming ahead. And most importantly, we do not want our children to begin to ask us this question and continue to ask, or our children to face the same thing we are facing today. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not inciting anybody, has not incited anybody. We have all woken up even before now. And I want to let you know that Nigerian government promised rehabilitation. Don't forget that. The 3R they promised. Rehabilitation, very important rehabilitation. There has never been any rehabilitation in Nigeria for the Biafran people. The only thing Nigerian government is doing on daily basis is to remind us how they took the life of our loved ones. To remind us how they took the life of our fathers. How they starved our children to death. They always remind us how they bombed our land and destroyed our land and make sure they took away everything we have. They always remind us how they took away the wealth in our hand and gave us 20 pounds to go and begin to hustle. That is the only thing they have done. There was no rehabilitation for the Biafran soldiers that fought for us. Many of them are still there languishing. Those who are still alive are still languishing in pain. Their families are still feeling those pain. The Asaga massacre, the stress of Asaga is still very, very clear. The other time I saw the Obi of is it Ibuz or whatever. When he was speaking, he was sharing tears. What transpired during the Asaba massacre? He was sharing tears. How his people were murdered because they came out to join Nigerian government and say they welcomed them. They came to welcome the Nigerian military who came to their event in Asaba. wearing white, signifying peace. While they were singing, they gathered them together and they opened fire and took their life. And sometimes I look at some people today, the same mistake that those people made during that Asaba massacre, some people are still making that mistake. Some of us are still going for the peace of the graveyard today. You can never learn. You will never learn. Mazen Nandekano said it. It is either Biafra or that. The reason Mazen Nandekano cannot sit in the table with these idiots, or Mazen Simon Ekpa sit on the table with these idiots, because what they are trying to give us is the peace of the graveyard. The same thing they did in Asaba massacre, they will do it again and again and again. Anytime you lose your guard for Nigeria, you are gone. Anytime you lose your guard for Nigeria, you are gone. You think they like you? You think they want you alive? Some people have already given themselves as a willing tool to destroy everything that will make you survive. The British are not giving up. This company created that they call Nigeria. Until we destroy that company, your life is not safe. Until you destroy that company, your life is not safe. And the earlier you understand this, the better for all of us. This month we are in is a very important month. Remember, on the 30th, we are going to remember our heroes. Our Heroes Day in the past has been celebrated with shedding of blood. Each time we come to protest, they come and they open fire on Biafrans. Each time, not even protesting, we want to honor our heroes. And I want to ask everyone that is watching us today, whether you are watching on Facebook or you're watching on TikTok or you're watching on YouTube, please, how is it a crime to remember heroes that fought for you and died for your sake? How is it a crime to remember heroes that died for you to be alive? Each time we celebrate our Heroes Day, they come after us. And the Heroes Day that is coming on the 30th of this month, they are already plotting. They are already planning how they are going to take life. And I bet you, the most painful thing in it is that there are some Biafrans that is a part of this plan to take the innocent life that want to remember their heroes. And I begin to ask, are these people really Biafrans? There is one idiot they call Anosike in VOP. One idiot they call Anosike in VOP, supposedly an Igbo Biafran, who was saying that anybody that comes out to talk about sit at home on the Heroes Day celebration, that they should take the person out, the person should be executed. That the person should be executed. A Biafran was calling for the execution of anybody who comes out to ask people to sit at home. That is how bad it is. Is it a crime to remember your heroes? And while we are there talking about the remembrance of our heroes that died, another criminal group, I tell you that these people have a clique. All the elites in Biafra land, they are the worst you can see in this planet. The politicians are the worst. The traditional rulers are chosen by the Janjaweed themselves. Can you believe that those that call themselves Ohaneze Ndohinandama, came out and said that they want to change our Heroes Day remembrance to Igbo Day remembrance? What an insult. What nonsense. You see how they operate. Only a Janjaweed will make such statement. We are talking about Biafra Heroes Day remembrance. During that very Biafran war, people lost their life. Why are these people fighting so hard to remove this name, Biafra?
Why are they fighting so hard? They don't want to hear it. They are doing everything humanly possible to see that the death that people died during the Civil War is in vain. Millions of people lost their life. Genocide was committed against us, and there has not been justice for these people. But each time you bring up that issue, the same people, some group of individuals in Igbo land are fighting it day in, day out to see that it does not see the daylight. This is painful. This is very, very painful. You can imagine. The Ohaneze Ndohi Nandama, Igbo social cultural group, Igbo devilish group came out and said that they want that Heroes Day, 30th May, to be changed to Igbo Day instead of Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day. What an insult to the dead. What an insult to Dim Odumegojukwu. What an insult to Effiong. What an insult to our heroes who have died. What an insult. What an insult to Ifajuna. What an insult to Ikonso. What an insult to many of our heroes who fought and died. What an insult to our children who were starved to death. What an insult to those who died during the Asabo massacre. What an insult. And these are people who claim to be elders. These are people that claim to be elders. How can you make a headway with this kind of group of individuals that call themselves elders? How can you make headway? You see why we don't listen to them? You cannot hear such kind of nonsense in the Southwest. You cannot hear that kind of nonsense from the Southwest, nor from the Janjaweed. But you can always hear that from the criminals in Biafra land. It is sad. Very, very sad. More especially the Igbo Biafrans. And that is why I am going to come with this program. And I will play this program. Even though he speaks in Igbo language, it is good because this very portion of this program concerns the Igbo people, more especially the Igbo people. I have no explanation for their attitude. Some of them. And I can understand. This is what you see when people go into such a very terrible war. During the war, many of our women were impregnated. During the war, many Janjaweed bore children in our land. And those children have grown up and have their own children. Their children have always had their children. That is the only answer I have for the kind of people we see today in Biafra land and the way they behave. The Janjaweed have really infiltrated our blood. You cannot find a full-blooded Igbo Biafran that will not support Biafra. It doesn't matter how difficult it is. Even if he doesn't want to speak, he will shut his mouth. If he doesn't want to speak because of the environment, there are certain things he must not say, he must not support. I could remember when Ohaneze Ndigbo, under the late idiot Iwanyanwu, Ohaneze Ndigbo, under Iwanyanwu, they were planning to go and beg the Janjaweed after they have taken our life. They want to go to Sokoto and beg them to forgive us. After they are the one who committed crime against us, committed genocide, took our life. Under Iwanyanwu, they were making a secret plan to go and beg the Janjaweed in Sokoto. You can imagine. But among them, there was a full-blooded Biafran that had it. They contacted the man to tell him what they wanted to do. And the man said, "You are a fool. That none of you should make that trip. If you make that trip, you're on your own." The man abused them, insulted them, and exposed it. I played the video here. I played that very audio where the man revealed what the people who claim to be your leaders we are planning to do. You can imagine. You can imagine. Ohaneze Ndohin and Nama going to beg the Janjaweed. Forgive for what? The same people that have committed crime against you, label your kind of name, continue to steal your resources, and still introduce terrorism in your area and still taking your life. You want to go and beg. Is that how weak you are? Is that how weak you are? I don't know how we are going to run away from this group of individuals. I don't know how we are going to save ourselves from this bunch of criminals who claim to be Biafrans. I don't know from which planet they are coming from. I have preached a message here when I talked about self-preservation. Self-preservation is not a crime. And I have said it, that if there is something we can learn from the Janjaweed, another tribe, if there is something, one particular thing we can learn from them, it is self-preservation. The Janjaweed can do everything to preserve themselves. The Janjaweed, they can go to any length to preserve themselves. If there is one particular thing we will learn from the Janjaweed, it is self-preservation. And until we do that, it is going to be hard. But I thank Chukwu that in this generation, in 21st century, the youth of today have taken their challenge. They take their fate in their hand. Mazen Nandekano is in the front line as he promised that he will be fighting from the front, not from behind. He is there today and he's fighting. And the ordinary people in Biafra land today, they are on the street. They are locking themselves down, sitting at home to make sure that our voice is heard. They are sitting at home in Biafra land against all odds, against all attack, propaganda, and blackmail. Do you know how many propaganda Ohaneze Ndigbo have pushed against the Biafran people? Do you know how many propaganda they have pushed against us to stop us? But by the grace of Chukwu, we are still standing and we will never fall. My fellow Biafrans, we must tighten up our belt. Do not be discouraged and do not be deceived. We will win this battle, no matter what happens. You're welcome, Bede. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome you, Bede. I think your name there, I saw Bede. Please unmute yourself and speak to us. Let's hear you. Unmute yourself. Let's hear you.
Mazi, good morning. Bead.
Okay, Bead.
Yes, sir.
Bead, you're welcome. Thank you for joining, Bead.
No.
Thank you, my brother. You're welcome.
No, sir.
Hello, my brother.
No.
No. Thank you so much. So, my fellow Biafrans, in going forward, I want to play this video. This message section is particularly for the Igbo Biafrans. Pay attention. Self-preservation, there is not, let me tell you, self-preservation is not a sin. It is not a crime. Everybody is doing that to preserve themselves. If you have sense at all, you must, that is one of the law of nature. You must preserve yourself. Preserve yourself. Self-preservation is something that everybody must imbibe and do. And this is something we must, if there is something we will learn from the Janjaweed, it is self-preservation. You must learn it. It is natural. If you begin to run away from it, you only cause doom and destruction for yourself. I want you to hear this.
Something is wrong with you. Mani mama, mani hanya ekukita mweke like in the negege nese line online. Ona abaka segaro. Mani have the truth of otwesiama ebonye kunu ifene meno bionya.
Let's start it from here. Let us go back here and start it from here.
Now, eventually, we know that the government in Nigeria, jejide the man, we koyega, we tunyenanga. Ndi Hausa, ndi Nebirugu, ndi Fulani, even governor fa the governor fa we na enwe angole na agbo party ala akuba na chire ka sa febele na no ji fa na ejide ha dị na enwe angole then gị nwa nọ na Igbo na enwe angole at the same time gị na fa ndị ilo na enwe angole gị na enwe angole inwe mental problem inwe very big problem otu a ka esi ewe ha ntị mara ihe anụ na-eme ebe a o se na bụ na election ka a na-eme ọwụlụ ofe na-achị ofu obodo fu nnukwute obodo nwanụ nọ n'ụwa one of the major most powerful countries enwere in the world eweme election na befa the man lose election ozugbo lose election ndị terrorists niile ndị Hamas ndị ISIS ndị Al-Qaeda ndị Boko Haram na-enwe aṅụrị na-agbapụta na-agbọ mmanya na-aṅụrị na demand adịghị election gị nwa nọrọkwa n'ebe ị nọ na-enwekwa aṅụrịkwa na demand dakwara election inwe problem gịnị ifere ka ndị ilo na-aṅụrị because of an event gị nwa sorokwa na-aṅụrịkwa because of that same event you have a problem kyo idi otu a ka esi enene ha ati mmadụ otu a ka esi enene look at David ebe a ife niile na-agbakasị arụ bụ na ndị ilo ga-enwe aṅụrị because of ife dakwasịrị ụmụ Israel ịchọọ ka ịma ebe ikwu n'obi gị ọ bụ na ndị ilo ife dịka ife mekịta ndị niile kpọrọ Jizọs asị ndị niile heti like na election a na-ekwu kịta ka emenya bụ election the man daa ịbịa n'Israel dịka ebe a na-eruju ndị Israel covenant children of God ha na-ebe akwa na-eti n'ofu onye ha hopụrụ aka enyelefe aka wee nụnwe ọgụ ndị na-achị ikpochapụta na-ewepụ onye a ndị Israel na-eruju ndị bụ ụmụ Chineke na-eruju gị ma na-enwe aṅụrị something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Mana ihe a na-ekwukịta nwee ike like ndị na-ege ege na-esonyela anyị online ọ na-agbakasịghị arụ mana ihe a bụ the truth of otu esi ama ebe onye kwuru ife na-eme n'obi onye anwa ị ga-amalili aka ọ bụ ife mwute bụrụ ife mgbawa obi na ịbịa na all the tribes enwe na Nigeria n'ụwa niile obodo niile nke ụwa even from Bible the only tribe amara how to protect their own bụ ndị Igbo.
This is a very, very solid truth that you cannot deny. You can continue to tear your trouser, tear your skirt because of this word. This is a fact. A fact. And that is why I say, if there is something you must learn from the Janjaweed, it is self-preservation. They can preserve themselves. They can go to any length to preserve themselves and their plans. What about you? What about you? What are you doing? What are you doing? You are rejoicing. Oh, Mazin Nandekano, don't leave him. He's a troublemaker. Oh, Mazin Simon Ekpa, he's too proud. He thinks nobody can touch him. You are rejoicing. When the enemies are rejoicing, you are rejoicing with them. Do you remember during the case of Mazin Nandekano? When Mazin Nandekano was kidnapped and brought to Nigeria, you saw somebody who is a Biafra who kneeled down and raised his hand and said, he thank God, I thank God that finally they got Mazin Nandekano. I thank God it's so finally over. A Biafran knelt down and be thanking God that he thanked God that Mazin Nandekano was kidnapped. As the Janjaweed were rejoicing, the enemies of Biafra were rejoicing. That man knelt down. He was raising his hand and rejoicing. And there are so many of them, again, politicians who were rejoicing that Mazin Nandekano was kidnapped. Forget about now you see them talking, oh, release him. You see them today coming to talk different things. When he was kidnapped, they were all rejoicing. The same thing with Mazin Simon Ekpa today. Go and see the people that are celebrating today, wishing that Mazin Simon Ekpa be extradited to Nigeria, wishing that Mazin Simon Ekpa face persecution. They are majorly people from his area, Biafran people, Igbo Biafrans mainly. And you think you are human. I want you to hear this. Hear this message and hear it clear.
Only tribe amara how to protect their own Bundi Igbo. Soso ndị Igbo. Soso the elites nọ na Igbo Bundi amara how to fight and protect their own. Na fe gosi gị na Bible now. One time I never morning prayer that when I'm the medical because actually me on this. maka na ihe anụnwa David na-asị si akụkwa anya n'ebe ndị ilo nọ si ekwere ka ndị ilo ya nafa ihe nwebe ahụ le nafa ga-ebido tebe egwu ọṅụ bikos na ife otiti dakwasị ha nwa n'obodo Israel. Ndị Igbo most of our elites aghọtara ya. Oya akpata ịbịa watch ya over the weekend ụmụ okorobịa ndị ntorobịa nọ na Yoruba bịa na-asị na ha ga-enwe Yoruba nation, ha ga-eme Yoruba nation, na-ekwusi eke ndị polisi wụọ n'ọfa sịba ụnụ anwakwa na anwa pụta, ụnụ anwakwa na anwa, ụnụ atrai kwana atrai a na-abapụ na apụtakwana fasị na ọsọ kwue n'igwe metụ anyị na ha na-enwe Yoruba nation ha na-eti mkpu ọmalụluo ụbọchị ahụ to everybody's greatest surprise ha nupụta gbam jee ebe ahụ ha bụ ha ga n'owe mie gbagị na-eme na ha chọrọ Yoruba nation ike Naijiria gwuo ha na-eme ha na wọchị ya vidiyo ya, wọchị ya otu esi wee gosi ha nwa niile ife ndị Nigerian polisi na amị medebe bụ ịpụta na-agba ha mmiri biko gbasasịanụ ọsụsọ ofu nwatakịrị ka asị dị 40 years ka asị na anọ ọnwụ ya a na-asị na stray bullet tụrụ ya, but they did not come out to kill those people. Try ihe ahụ ha mere, try ya na Igbo.
You know, some of you have forgotten this story, that the Yoruba nation led by Sunday Igboho, they organized a massive rally. Every one of us, if you have not seen the video, go and search it. Go and search it on Facebook. You're going to see it. Search it online. Just go and search it. Type Yoruba Nation mass protest. You will see it. They will come out. Where Sunday Igboho led a protest, the whole places were shut down. The entire cities were shut from state to state, asking for Yoruba Nation. Did you see anybody open fire on them? Did you hear that anybody died? Did you hear that? You know, you have forgotten. Some of you have forgotten. But we always remind you, for you to know why you are different and why you must begin to think and do what you have to do. But that's something they did. If you do it, our own is prayer, just prayer. We gather in a room and prayer. They came to that room and open, not in the field. We were in the field making a prayer, not in the public, not in the street. They came there and they opened fire. We gathered for meeting. They come there and open fire. Yoruba Nation protested in the street. The whole street were filled up, led by Sunday Igboho. No single bullet was fired. Continue to listen.
Try na Igbo just ụmụ okorobịa Igbo pụta n'okwukwe na anyị chọrọ Igbo nation na-ekwuru na ụnụ eme rally ụbọchị dị otu a ụbọchị ahụ na-enulu pụta. I am telling you, a ga-agba ụnụ pieces gbam ozu mmadụ amadị less than 100 ga-atọgba ebe a. Gịnị bụ the difference? Difference bụ na ndị Yoruba mala na their elites, ndị bụ ndị ọlụlụ n'okwu ga-akwụ ụmụ ha n'azụ and ha ga-anọgụ ife emekwa na ndị a mafa na emetia mafa dị emetia. They will fight and protect their own. Kedu ife bata na Fulani herdsmen na-awayalị n'ọfịa na-aga n'obodo na slọta ndị mmadụ na-egbuwasị ndị mmadụ isi. Gịnị kpatara na wee luo tata na aka akpọrọ n'afa terrorist organization? Why? Because na ndị befa ma how to protect their own. Inekwasị gị rapụ na ụmụnne anyị amara our misguided brothers that we need to call them to order. No nwayọ no our misdirected brothers. So he said federal government ga-ekwu okwu megide ha. Ife aga na-ekwu bụ na si chọọlụfa cattle route ụzọ efifa ga-esi aga. Ọ bụ na fa mebie ịkọsịa rice kọsịa akpụ ha taa ya ewe n'iwe emesịa ka nye gị compensation. If any government in the Bible is to defend them, federal government has never come out to condemn the Fulani herdsmen. Why? Because Nandi Befanine Ufanazu. Then Boko Haram, get it go away before we declare Boko Haram terrorist organization. Make it the law, make it the book, take it over.
Did you hear? I hope the message is sinking. For those who do not understand Igbo language, sorry, this message is mostly directed to the Igbos who have forgotten that self-preservation is very important. You must learn to protect your own. It does not matter what happens. You don't fight your own in the public. You don't expose your own to the enemy. You don't take your brother and hand over to the enemy. Every single one of us is important. When you take out your brother, when they will come, they will outnumber you and you are gone. You think betraying your brother will make them respect you? You think betraying your sister will make them respect you? You think insulting your brother will make you respect you? You think that when you take your own child and give them, when you take your child and give them as a sacrifice, then they will leave you. Sorry. I say sorry. Ndo. It is very, very bad. The attitude of our people. More especially these evil people that call themselves elite, political elite. I don't know how to explain it. The only explanation I have is the civil war. That the Fulani Janjaweed have given birth. Many people that were pregnant during that war, they have grown old, they married, and they born children. Their own children have grown, and their children have now begun to find position in power. And the Janjaweed are so careful to pick those they want to pick. And if you see how they pick those who call themselves leaders in Biafra land, they are the people who are ready to die for the Janjaweed. And I bet you these people are mixed blood. If they are not, there is no way they will be giving out their own, even when their own is innocent. Today, look at Mazen Nandekan. They are taking Mazen Nandekan in and outside of the court for no reason. And even the senators were bold to come in public and say that Mazen Nandekan should not be released. I am talking about senators from Biafra land came and passed a complete, all of them together voted against the release of Mazen Nandekan. How else can you explain it? You wake up today, we are saying we are going to remember our heroes. Ohaneze Ndo Hinandama is telling us that we cannot remember our heroes. We will change it from Biafra Remembrance Day to Biafra Heroes Day to Igbo Remembrance Day. Now I understand why Mazen Nandekan say that any organization you form and put that name Igbo, it will not succeed. I didn't say it. Our supreme leader Mazen Nandekan say it. Any organization in the world that is been going on, that they put Igbo, go and check them out, and it is true. Go and check. Go and check. Every organization with that title, Igbo, go and check how successful they are. All you will see there is confusion. Any organization you form, you put the title Igbo, use Igbo. Look at Igbo World Congress. Look at Igbo World Congress. What are they doing? What are they doing? Nothing. They are the one today who betrayed Mazen Nandekan, and they fought against Mazi Simon Eba and still continue to fight against Mazi Simon Eba. They are the forefront to push the agenda of the caliphate and the Janjaweed. At the same time, they will pretend and come and say they want to stand for the case of Mazen Nandekan. You see them, they come and issue speech. Before you know, they line up and begin to advertise themselves. You know, when Mazen Nandekan say certain things, we will be wondering, why is he saying this? He made it clear that every organization, you can make the organization and write it to your state name, or name it with your state or your village, but once you put title Igbo, that organization will never succeed. Do you now understand? And I want us to get this message deep. Mainly, this message goes to the Igbos. We really need to do some homework. We really need to. There's no time.
He said, federal government if I get a say cattle route, Uzo if I get saga, open a family rice, hataya, anyway, and a secondary compensation. If any the government in the Mebu is to defend them, federal government has never come out to condemn the Fulani herdsmen. Why? Because Nandi Befani Ufanazu. Then Boko Haram, get it go away before we declare Boko Haram terrorist organization. Ha make it the law, make it the book, take it over local government. Maybe before I went there, even when I protect it of today, they still protect their own. Oh yeah, but Neji then Boko Haram, Neji there, and never na ufu facility. Then warfare, never bread and tea. Bido skuzibel fa akwụkwọ 6 months ga ekpopụtafa yinyefa uniform say ha foto wepụtara anya anyị na-ekili fa ebe ha si uniform ndị Boko Haram ejidele ejide ndị a na-egbu mmadụ na-egbutọsị mmadụ asị na de-radicalize gofa then ekpolu ụfọdụ mepa send afọ obodo oyibo ka fajeje gụọ akwụkwọ ewelụzọ ndị ọzọ kpọ ife na Nigerian army si ha jee na army ka ha jere n'ụbazọ ha adịgo mma na ha abụrọzi na ha echegharịgo otu a ka esi handle fa the same Nigerian government jide ndị IPOB ede ndị IPOB anwụọ ha zam anwụ ha na sel ndị agbagburu agbagbu ndị oyi afọ ebe ya edebe apịtị atụ ha n'ime apịtị ha na-atụrụkọ n'ime apịtị you dehumanize them, you mess them up, you do all manner of things to them, and then reason bụrụ na ndị elites ndị Igbo a na-akụrụ ndị federal gọọmenti agasa na ụnụ na try ụnụ anwa aka because the Igbo man does not know how to protect his own. What are values for Dinkefa?
This is a raw truth. You can hate him, you can like him, you can go and hug Transformer. It is the truth. The elites in Igbo land, the politicians, these are a bunch of criminals, individuals who do not care about their own people. They don't care. And the only explanation I have to them is that these people are mixed blood. And if you are joining them, some of you today that think that Dr. NgoziOrabueze is your problem, Mazi Simon Ekpa is your problem, Mazi Nandekan is your problem. You come to social media, you on your own camera, the only thing you discuss is about your brother. You see somebody, some of them, their own job is just on their camera, they bring the video of their own brother side by side and begin to analyze. They will never analyze government. You see somebody who claims to be a Biafra, the only thing they do every time when Dr. NgoziOrabueze conduct a program, they will bring that program, put it side by side, and begin to talk nonsense, absolute rubbish. Begin to narrate, analyze what they don't understand, analyze what I can't just understand. Some of them, you come, they bring Mazi Simon Ekpa, it is their topic in their platform. Some Mazi Nandekano in their every day, that is what they do. A fellow person, your own brother, your own sister, the only assignment you have is to destroy them, call them names, call for their arrest, call for their execution. That is what they do, including on their convention. That idiot in VOP, that idiot in VOP that I don't know, that stammerer in VOP that always come out, a stammerer that is supposed to be in rehab. Every time he comes online, is to call for the death of his own people. And these people are your fellow brothers and sisters. You think that you will one day that when you take out your own brother, when you tell lies against your brother, your sister, when you betray your brother, your sister, you blackmail them and sell them out, then they will call you a hero. Sorry. Your own death is going to be worse than anything on the planet Earth.
Can go sing in a Bible. Can go sing something in a Bible. I never could get and buy the lay foundation for the kings of Israel and for the benefit of our viewers. Can go sing an event in na obodo Israel.
Okay, let us pay attention now. He is taking us to the Bible. You know, when we say certain things, our people are very religious. And when we tell you, they tell you, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. They will be truthful. These things we are talking about has foundations in the Bible. And I thank God that this man of God was able to provide where people played that self-preservation was applied and God was pleased with it. Regardless what is the cause, regardless what is happening, regardless the consequence, regardless what offense your brother have committed, self-preservation is something that you must imbibe and adopt. No matter what that your brother, that your sister do, you must not bring them out to the enemy to execute. You must not betray your own, no matter what they have done. You must not present them for sacrifice. And that information has origin in the Bible. Let us follow him along and listen. Listen carefully. You know, some of us are very religious. You are very religious that when we tell you to protect yourself, defend yourself, they say, oh, God will come from heaven and do it for you. Oh, a Christian is not supposed to do this. A Christian is not supposed to lie. A Christian is not supposed to... That's why I say some people who come out and begin to insult Christianity and insult religion. you are rubbishing yourself. There is no need to insult religion. These religions have the messages that can make life, but people decide to choose things that will destroy them to manipulate others. If you choose to go into the manipulation, it is your business. The problem is not the religion. It is you that is listening. It's the problem. Because there are examples on how to survive and do things, but you choose to the other way around. Coins have two faces. Every coin has two faces, front and back. There is always the good and the bad. If you choose evil, it is your choice that you have chosen. Don't blame anybody for it. Do not blame anybody for it. Because there are examples. Even in the Bible, there was an example where somebody was told that when you get to a place, tell those people that this person is not your wife. She is your sister. Even though it was his wife. But to save the life of his own life and the life of his sister, they told him, God told him when you get there, according to the story of the Bible, that when you get there, tell them she is your sister. If you tell them she's your wife, you are gone. Tell them she's your sister. If it were in this generation, some people will say, oh, I will not lie. I will not lie. It is a lie. A Christian don't have to lie. A Christian have to... Stop those nonsense you are doing and apply common sense in certain things. And read and understand what you read. I want you to listen to this example of self-preservation that this man presented. Pay attention to it. Maybe, just maybe, you will wake up from that your slumber.
Story in Judges chapter 9 to 21. I'm going to summarize there. Now, this man no one only Levi. In fact, this story in Judges chapter 9 to 21. I'm going to summarize there. Now, this man no one no why, man no concubine ka Bible polia. But na wunye awa anya dere ya mo na agba n'ilo na eso mu oke. So je kwa iko die chọpụta. So die chuna ya ben ya. Or messa dear like it, so dear after some days, dear way Jeko Japonatia, so dear Ponatia, Kayana days when I chia back. Kahana aga Chichibido Fandos up. Every fact Lalo na Market Square. Hana Bawa, one man Jelu, Nana, but welfare was able not the very dangerous, and the Banya Dropa, I broke his book mother. The other come I Jena Ben, so the man of qualify for a Jena bed the man, Luna bed the man. Habata, the man, Neha, Nimagonia, Camelo Fan, and so on. Uluna Ban, Umokolo Budawa. Ndigibia then a Benjamin. Umokolobi would what would the man say? Now follow working a wine batana beggar. Poputa the man can go see here. Now Judges chapter 19. Look at verse 20. Okay, verse 24. Verse 22, sorry. Verse 22. Now verse 22. Okay, if you forgot the man has said, now as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, beat at the door, spoke to the master of the house, the old man, where say, bring forth the man that came into your house, that we may do what? That we may know him. Actually, Tinia, I be working man, I like working by actually Quarico, Poputana the man, I deny. This old man was can you the man, man? And when Mama exactly if a man and care lot na Sodom and Gomorrah. Can't you know when the wine couldn't have a natural wine? What I work and I get in a limoka, I get me a homotata. So, everybody may see how that may see the argument. The man no way because even a wunyawa na aquataiko so they so the man will package a wunya, quapolofia, said then wunya mono my home challenge, me 9 verse 25. I'm not Russia. Verse 25. So, but the men would not hearken to him. So the man no way actually took his concubine. Now, Munyawa said, Bob, I like Umukoya, Iko, Jack, Juika for that. So, or package Munya, Quapole Hamunia, and they brought her forth unto them, and they knew her. However, about this girl, and abused her all the night. This girl, throughout the night. Yeah. He go with the woman for man. If by the time Chile toto, that woman died. 1 hour. So the man for verse 29, verse 29. And when he was coming to the house, both for the man, Wetamma wee tụkwasị ya nwunye. Na verse 3 now say he took a knife, laid hold on his concubine and divided her. Jide nwunye bulie nwunye into 11 pieces. Bulie into 11 pieces together with her bones into 12 pieces and set her into all the coasts of Israel. Kelebe the man no man. Ojidozu nwunye ma ọkpụkpụ dị na ya were nwa bulie ya into 12. O were side a obugala ndị ebo Ruben. Were side a bugala o were side a obugala ndị ebo Ruben. Were side a bugala ndị ọbụla na-ebugala ọkọlọfife ndị Gibea ndị Benjamin mere nwunye na ha kwagide nwunye eko kwagbuo ya ọnwụọ. Obugala ndị Juda bugala ndị Zebulon ndị Naphtali and so on and so forth. So mgbe ndị Israel ndị ọzọ nụrụ ihe mee ha wee sị mba na ndị mere ife a bụ alụ ka fa mee na ha mekwe. In short, ha ndị Israel ndị okenye niile wee mee meeting wee bịa wee sị ndị Benjamin unu malụ ụmụaka mere ha ụmụazị akwalike asị kpọpụtafa na anyị ga-egbu ha. Anyị ga-egbu ha na ha deserve ọnwụ n'ụdị ha ekwesịrị ka eme ya n'obodo Israel. Ịma the funny thing, ndị Benjamin wee sịfa chachachachachacha fafafafafafafaụ ọ ya bụ ebe na-aga. A sị na onwe dị nwaanyị unu ga-emetụ aka ife a mere ọ dị mma mba mana mmadụ emetụta aka cha. They protected their own, they shielded their own. N'agbanyeghị na ụmụazị abela adama ndị nne ha agba sons of Belial ụmụ ekwesị ndị Benjamin jụ na we won't release them. Ya bụrụ nọ ndị Igbo, ya bụrụ nọ ndị Igbo.
Did you hear that? This is something that happened, a story that is in the Bible. And when you are hearing the explanation, this is where the message and the lessons comes. For some of you who are too righteous, for some of you who think that it is you being righteous, you want to be clean, you want to be straightforward. Under no circumstances must you give away your brother to the enemy. Under no circumstances, no matter you can see the crime he's describing here. You can see the grievous crime he's describing here that the children of Benjamin committed against the Israelites. And the Israelites came together to fight them. They told them, if it was this time, they say, oh, I better go, instead we will go fight. Maybe they don't come kill us, so we could give them the person. They protected their own. They know that they committed a crime. They know that they did something wrong. But to take their own blood and hand over to others to execute, never. Instead, everybody will come together and fight. And I want you to see the result of that resolve. I want you to see here, pay attention. You will learn a great lesson. More especially the Igbo Biafrans. Pay attention. This is your message.
So everybody will protect it. Israel does always say, "Oh, one na popta Romaka, and you so no. Okay, I'm 11 tribes gejikaka. We be anuso so one tribe of Benjamin no. Ndi Benjamin ralo. Kama I ga popta Romaka, nuso na yogo. Kwado na kai kwado. To our greatest surprise, however, Baog. Nime na fa Baog wanwa. Obu ni watch ya na that battle verse 21, chapter 20. Can go see him. The first round of that battle, Bible says, and the children of Benjamin came forth out of Gibeah, and they destroyed it down to the ground of the Israelites that day. Madone, 22,000 men. Now they want you. Ndi abu family alo. Hajuna fama mpoputa umu fa protect umu ha. 11 tribes were being so for continue to Chineke magazine if the Benjamin made the right for protecting their own children. God fought for them. Family Israel in a wound Israel 22,000. Now, how do you reconcile that? Israel naturally signing a meha symbol. Israel went around 2. 9 verse 23. Verse 23 was, and the children of Israel went up and wept before the Lord until evening. Now, sorry, Ghana verse 25. 25 was, and Benjamin went forth against them out of Gibeah the second day, and they destroyed down to the ground of the children of Israel 18,000 men. All of them were people that were drawing the sword. Around 2. Benjamin Bukofa 18,000. If I call 18,000 plus 22,000 or the 40,000 Israel who's why? Each one the Benjamin is I say I now know to protect our misdirected brethren.
Absolutely.
No, I fight for them. Obodo niile ma how to fight for their own youths. Even the youths to this so zealous make a mistake. You will first of all, if people you no chago dog but as any muno. You were not going to well, let me tell you, they support her. Oh, godly haizia igagente. Mani put up publicly, go see or fear garu to control them. That is exactly the situation I'm on here. And the equally story, Gaba, you will discover wisdom of God about an Israel. How we decided to fight with Ajak, Hachuaja. Gideon, Benjamin, I can't believe it. How do you bulletin? How you believe bulletin? Because they were fighting to protect.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on? I think something. Are they attacking the program? Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's just hold it here. So, my fellow Biafrans, this very message is a very important one and is directed mainly to the Igbo Biafrans. If you're an Igbo Biafran, you have to go and listen to this message over and over and over and over again. And I bet you, after listening, you will not on your camera again, and all you do is to come and be analyzing the program of your brother. You just on your camera. All you do is to say you're analyzing what your brother has said or what your sister has said. You on your program, on your camera, all you do is to talk about yourself. May Chukwu have mercy on some of us. My beloved sister Ojugo, please take the mic and speak to us. Let's hear you. My sister Ojugo, are you there? Please unmute yourself, my sister Ojugo. Unmute yourself. Let's hear from you if you're there.
Okay. Good morning. And the brother also in the studio.
You're welcome, my sister.
I just woke up and I was hearing the man talking. Is that a pastor?
It's a Reverend Father.
Oh, wow. Is that new or old?
The message has been there. It's been there for some time now.
I don't even I just wanted to stay in the studio and listen because I was just thinking like, how do we do this? Where do we start? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we? It was just question that I don't have the answer. Because go to social media, go to YouTube. What happened to Nnamdi Kanu is our people. And when he was captured, our people was drinking and jubilating. Mazen Simon, his own is even worse. And so when this man, and if Dr. NgoziOrabueze that is correct, they are calling him terrorist. Like how we name ourselves. So if we name ourselves terrorists, how would you, be against a stranger? Because especially, you don't even need to interpret this to somebody who does not understand Igbo. This problem is Igbo-speaking human beings. They're the ones who know this thing. And then you're asking questions. What do we really, I wish all the social media can carry out this man's task. Just don't say anything. Just keep playing it and spreading it. Because like me, I'm just coming across this for the first time. These are words that can put the mind of our people if they will, because some of us are hardened already. You know, somebody will say, if it's not Simon, it will be nobody. And then you're doing everything. Some problem, pouring your own. We name ourselves this terrorist that is still going on. And we're still calling ourselves terrorists on the social media. On the social media. We are the one that will come out and say, the plan is nobody's persecuting them. And you're persecuting your own. Yeah? I don't know what I'm just hanging and saying, May 30th. After this celebration, we see what will happen if there will be a miracle that this call to come together. If only our people will know it's not a call for position, because that's what we're having issue. You have a mind of the position they're gonna give you, you're gonna get. You want to lead. Who are you leading? Eh? We have that mindset, we enter some problem. Let me say, if we really come together, Igbo people are Igbo people. Warriors. Eh? It is so sad. It is so sad. See, that's what I said. These are things that the Reverend Fathers, I think I said that last week that we talked, or Saturday. The Reverend Fathers, the pastors, this will be their preaching on their pulpit. How our people will defend themselves, how our people will come together. Because they talk to people on the grassroots. But, just one or two people that are talking. Even Mbaka, I don't know, I don't hear him again. I don't watch, any of these things. I don't. At the end of your program or go 247, sometimes I just go to Twitter. I don't know if it's still happening, and the talk will be against them. Eh? I heard a man, I think we are the one that showed it, that is saying even the new Pope that has told all the countries that is important to them. They didn't mention Africa. Eh? You'll be asking Abrayon, what has this black skin? Does he have any bad something? Eh? What is this black skin? Is it a core? I don't know. Choose you people that are in the media, on the authority. You got to start to figure out how we're gonna do this, because we Igbo people, we named ourselves this terrorist that we're fighting right now. It's we. So we really need to figure out what to do. If we need to take the action of Amazonia right now, we have to think about it. Because Amazonia now, you dare not sabotage what they're doing. You'll be gone. We got to do something. That is it. It's scary. It's scary. Because this is so very, very explanatory. Only thing we need is to pray. And but I don't know if there is a way to, I don't know how to the cut off, that part that this man spoke. So I can just share it on my WhatsApp, put it on my status. We got to find a way to spread messages like this to see if it will convert one or two this bad hardened people. You see what you can go to argue with? These are the things. After people.
Yeah, I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out and share it after the program. I will share it on.
Okay. And then you see you can go right over there. You see our politicians. That's what I'm saying, that it's we. This terrorists say they're calling us. Okay, now Finland has copied from it. It's we. We name it our son. We give that name to our son. And so if you in the cabinet, if you are unable speaking and you call your people, so what do you want a foreigner to do? The governors that say they are taking in charge of state in Igbo land voted openly to keep mouth and mouth. What do you want an outside Yoruba man to do? Hmm? All the people that even committed things more that Nandekari didn't, they released all of them. Boko Haram man, they released all of them. It's so sad. It's so sad. Yesterday, I was emotionally down because my best friend, the sister's son, was kidnapped at Eboma. Going back, he got admission, going back to school there, where he had an admission to go check out the school. And then they got them bus.
Wow.
Yes, at Eboma. They came out yesterday in the morning. After 2 weeks.
Wow.
They said 3 of them met themselves together there, 10 million. Like we are all running round and round and round, and they're giving us 2 hours, 1 hour.
Wow.
But even the other man that the wife was there, the man was there with 10 million, but they already killed the wife. After they took the 10 million, they said the wife was trying to escape, they shot her. But they still collected the damn 10 million. The other man that they shot the other man because nobody was calling to bring their own man. They said, you're useless. They shot the man. The little child that is at school, one school somewhere in that Eboma side, they was the Fulani people because they could not understand that language. You know? Yesterday, after 2 weeks, that they released the poor boy. If this hasn't come to your doorstep, you don't understand it.
Exactly.
The trauma these people that they kidnap go through. Tell me that man that gave them 10 million and the wife was killed. Tell me how he's going to live his life. Just tell me. So this person 10 million, this person 10 million, this person 10. That's the three that, that they saw there, 10 million. This is the business of our politicians right now. They are the ones sponsoring this kidnapping. It's our politicians. So is this going to end? No. It's not going to end. And our people are not ready. Nigerian citizens are not ready to stand up and say, enough is enough. And all of us are praising Burkina Faso, a younger man. All of us are praising him, a young man. As if we don't have military heads in Nigeria. They are there collecting money. Musa is there calabanting around. Can't he make history? Can't he say enough is enough? My dear, my brother, continue. This message need to go viral. You see this message of this man? You need to go viral for conversion, to convert our people, to see if we can have a change of mind, to see if this May target that is fast approaching, maybe 1 or 2 persons will get converted. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. Appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. I can see my brother Greg is there. My brother Greg, please take the mic and speak to us. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mazi. Choose.
No, my brother.
My greetings to our sister.
Welcome, my bro.
Yes, thank you this afternoon for your efforts. As I have been listening, been trying with network and everything have been disturbing. Yes, we thank God today again for being Monday. We thank our people who are keeping up the Monday sit at home in back home homeland. We appreciate them for their effort and their sacrifice. We thank all the Biafrans wherever they are. We join hands to pray for our Mazi, Simon, and Nnamdi Kanu, our leaders who are going through what they are going through because of our freedom, because they sacrifice themselves, that we shall be free. We pray that heaven will set them free from the hands of the enemies, from the hand of those that are keeping them unjust. That the Most High God will be the one that will free them, because only Him has power to free whom the enemy is keeping in his prison. Yes, Mazi choose. Freedom must come. Freedom must come, whether they like it or not. Because if God has promised us that He will give us freedom, nobody can stop it, not even the saboteurs. Because for me, I've always said that what we are fighting, the people we are fighting are not even the Fulanis. The people we are fighting today, for me, are the so-called Biafrans themselves, who is sabotaging everything that we are doing. Yes, as Nnamdi Kanu is in the prison, suffering, denying himself everything that he can have if he's outside. He denied himself freedom. He denied himself the throne that he's supposed to be. And stand like all the other Ezes in Igbo land, who are collecting money every day, bribe, going to the governors and governor's office, collecting money from the governors to be doing the will of those governors in all their communities. Nnamdi Kanu denied it himself. Simon Ekpan denied himself. A man that is in the house of Pharaoh, that have everything. He is a member of a politician, a member of leading politics in Finland. He has opportunity to be appointed for anything. His business continue running well. He has been doing his business without any trouble. He never had any problem with Finland or anything criminality. He started Finland with records. And today he is suffering in the hand of the same Finland because of my freedom and the freedom of all the Biafrans. And somebody is somewhere being proud. Some group are being somewhere being proud. A Biafran is somewhere being proud that he wrote petition against Simon Ekpan's arrest, and he has submitted the second one. Some Biafrans are being proud, trying to destroy all the effort that Simon Ekpan invited them to join him to build. Simon Ekpan thought they were there for him. Some Biafrans are proud today, attacking somebody who give up everything, who bring himself out and his family out for the freedom of Biafrans. And those who are attacking him, nobody can identify them as a human being if they are spirit or if they are human. If somebody call me now and say, who is Ima Powerful? Which village did he come from? How did he look like? I don't know. If they talk about Chigozie, what do you call him? Chidozie, whatever. Chidozie, how did Chidozie look like? I don't know. We only see a dirty pictures they normally bring. Which village did he come? We don't know. If somebody brings someone like Chines and Woru, we don't know where he came from. The so-called Oruagon for Newi or wherever, if he actually come from Newi, we don't know exactly what he's all about. So you see, like all the Memeka gift and those ones that they call himself Elochukwu, all those ones who hide under the camera and do all their evil, nobody knows them. So these are the people that this preacher was talking about. What are they fighting for? Because when Simon Ekpa came and said, stop the corruption in this struggle. Stop destroying what Nnamdi Kanu have built. Stop using people's efforts, people's sweat to enrich yourself. Stop using people's contribution to build houses and a hotel. That is not what freedom is all about. Freedom is all about sacrifice. Freedom is all about honest. Freedom is all about protecting your own. They say no. Today they are proud of submitting second petition against Simon Ekpa. Today, Ogen Kere and his group are proud to respect the Biafrans and respect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa for their own personal interest, because they hate discipline and they love corruption. They hate discipline and they love evil to kill their own because of their self-interest. That is not what the freedom is supposed to be. I will rather sit at home than for me to come to the freedom and my brother or my sister turn out to be the freedom that I'm fighting, turn out to be the enemy I'm supposed to fight. Can anybody tell me what Nnamdi Kanu has committed against Ikenga Oruagun today? Nothing. Only because Nnamdi Kanu said, no, I will not accept corruption. I will not accept bribe. I will not bring myself out and people follow me. Then I will drop all of a sudden. When they have given them salt on their head, and the rain is falling, and I will draw them around into a house to protect myself, and the rain will be falling on top of their head with salt. Nnamdi Kanu refused to do that. That is the offense Nnamdi Kanu committed against the Ikenga Oruagun and the many of them today. The same thing to Simon Ekpa. So when you think, just like my sister said, every day she think, why must people be sabotaging their own? The answer is very simple. A criminal is always a criminal. You ask yourself, how can somebody have a child and he suffered so much to make money, and he brought out his son or daughter and nurtured him until he grew up, and he shows him what he do to survive. And when they find that man tomorrow, the whole of that wealth is being destroyed and consumed. That is the question you ask yourself. What will he call such a child? So that is the same thing. About 2 days ago, I heard in the news that Germans arrested about 2 or 3 Ukrainian sabo who is sabotaging what Ukraine is doing and giving information to Russia. So they got them here and they arrested them. So it's not a big information, it's not a big news again when we have such people in our midst. Sabo will always be, and they cannot change. Anybody that have criminal mind, have criminal mind. It doesn't matter how you treat him. It doesn't matter where you get him. It doesn't matter how suffer or whatever you do to change him, he will not change. It's just like when now these criminals, Nigerian, are telling you that they are they will go and rehabilitate Boko Haram, you know, and they put them in the military and give them uniform. Yeah. And they will send them with the innocent people. And when they send them with innocent people, those criminal Boko Haram have the telephone numbers of their colleagues who are still on their side. If there's anything, they will give them information. If they call them and tell them how things are moving and how things condition, and they will come and clear the innocent ones, and they will occupy barracks. And they will be asking what is happening. So Nigerian government know what they're doing. The Fulanis don't know what they're doing. That is the issue. So, but it's a pity that the so-called Igbo elite and the criminals in the power understand those things, but they close their eyes as if nothing is happening. So every Biafran that is really want freedom, what I would admire you to do, every day you go home, you pray and ask God to come and take this battle on his own. Because with what we are seeing, it is only God that can help us. The enemies are sleeping with us every day. So it is only the eyes and the power of God that will close them, their mind, and blindfold them against the innocent people until the Biafra will come. Because the evil people, they will not change. No matter what you do, they cannot change. You see how they started turning the maps that people suffered so much and went into negotiations and do everything the way they make the agreement with the people they negotiated with. Today, Sani Akparawa and his group and Ogenkere are changing it. When the PM is not there, neither Nnamdi Kanu is around. So they are preparing themselves. They are not preparing because they want Biafra. Since they could not get what they want to destroy what Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpan have been suffering for. So they are looking for everywhere to lay their hand to prepare for the destruction, try to look for a way to cause enmity in Biafra among the Biafrans and cause attacks, preparing for attack for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. But I pray that they will not succeed because Biafrans are getting wiser every day. So my prayer for every Biafrans today, I pray them to be strong. I pray them to continue doing what they are doing. I pray them to focus on the freedom. I pray them to love every Biafrans and do not listen to gossip. I pray them to continue doing their contributions anyhow they can and do not sit back. Look forward and you shall achieve your aim. That is my message to our people today. Our labor can never be in vain. No matter what suppose do, they will fail. And at the end of the day, Biafra will come. Victory will be our own. Thank you, as I will be listening.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution you have just made. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we thank you as always. I thank every Biafran that are following up to this minute. I
Our freedom is in our hands. Nobody can do it for us except we do it. And as we proceed, let us pay attention to things that are happening. Remember, our 30th May is coming. The Peace Summit. Everybody that is a Biafran, more especially those in the United States, you must be there. You must be there. It is a peace summit. No matter what you believe, no matter your grievances, no matter your ideology, no matter your trouble, no matter where you are coming from, you are welcome to that very peace summit. That day is a hero's day. It's a day that everybody have to observe. In Biafra land, it is a sit at home. Biafra people will be at home and observe a minute of quietness for our heroes and meditate. Is also an opportunity for reconciliation. Just like in our message today, if you listen to that message that man of God is preaching, that Reverend Father is preaching, you will understand that there is need for us to think about home. We must defend ourselves. We must protect each other. We must defend each other, regardless the grievances. Keep that your envy and jealousy and grievance aside. Keep it aside. We have a collective interest, which is freedom. We want to be free. And as we are pursuing that freedom, every hand must be on deck. Why must you make your own brother or your own sister the freedom you are pursuing? What is the essence of opening your camera and all you talk about and talk against is your brother? Why are you taking up the duty of the enemies for them? Why are you working for the enemies? Why? Make haste while the sun shines. Change your step and redirect your direction as we go into this very 30th May.
No fear for our land. We go stand together, fight for freedom now. No surrender.
This day is more than just an opening. It is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose. An occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently, simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political views. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous Chukwubikem Arinze.
Face many things, we no fall. Them took a Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them catch we still they strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land. From night.
welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you so much for being around. Those information you just had are very important informations that we must key into, and we must continue to do what we have to do to make sure that our voice is being heard. Every one of us should key in and continue to do what we have to do to see that our voice is heard. Make sure you are part of that very occasion, more especially those people, Biafran brothers and sisters who are in the United States. There is no excuse to give. There's no excuse. You must be there. Every one of us must be there to grace that occasion. We must be there to make sure that we make that difference. No matter the trials, the temptations, the attack that is coming from all angles. We are talking about unification. This is the time for us to unite as one people and do what we have to do. The challenges are huge and enormous. No matter the kind of challenges we are seeing, no matter the kind of challenges that you will see that will come from all angles, from all corners, we must not retreat and we must not surrender. This battle is ours. We are going to fight the battle and we are going to win the battle. The enemies are not giving up. And as they are not giving up, we will not give up either. We will continue to fight until the last man standing. We will continue to air our opinion. We will continue to speak. We will continue to make our voice heard, and they must hear us. So, my beloved brothers and sisters, it is time for us to think twice in everything that we do. In anything you do, before you take any action, before you do anything, you must think twice. Think twice. There is no need for you to forget about what the people are talking about. You leave the enemy aside and you are spending your energy in fighting your brother and your sister. It is a very shameful thing that when you go online today, I bet you the Biafran people occupy a very large space of media. Whether you go to the YouTube, you go to the TikTok, you go to the Facebook, we have very large family here. But what are they doing with their platforms? What are they doing with their platforms? When you look at them, what are they doing with their platform? How I wish all the Biafrans that have their platform will begin to speak positive about the restoration of Biafra. How I wish everyone that has a platform will use it to propagate the message of Biafra. What are we asking for? We are not asking for too much. All we are asking is that live and let's live. That is all we're asking for. Self-determination. We are asking that every region in that contraction called Nigeria should be able to take care of themselves. Grow in your own space, at your own speed. That is all we ask. Is it too much to ask? Is it too much of a thing to ask? It's a very simple request we are making. We know that the international communities don't care about us. They don't want to look into the issue because of their interests. They know that when that contraption called Nigeria is divided along tribal lines, we know that when countries are created among people that have same value system, that there will be growth. They can no longer manipulate the people. They can no longer steal your resources. That is why they are fighting Biafra. But we will not allow them. We will not allow them. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching from, remember we have a very special program that's going to be held also. There will be fundraising, which will be conducted via X. We are going to have fundraising on X, and it's going to take place on. It's going to be taking place on. It's going to be on Tuesday. On Tuesday, it will be held on Tuesday on X. So every one of us should be ready for that very program. It is going to be on Tuesday, May 20th.
May 20th, 2025, there will be a fundraising for our whistle.
So it's tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. There will be a fundraising. It will be held on X. So before that time, I think the link will be sent. So many of us who are on X, you will see the link from the X of our Deputy Prime Minister Dr. NgoziOrabueze. You're going to see it also in groups. If you're in any Biafran group, United States of Biafra group, you will see the link there. It's going to be there. And it will be streamed also live on YouTube, but it will be held on X. So every one of us should be around on that very day. That very whistle is very, very important. The whistle is already making wave. People are already applying that system. This is to create awareness. You know we cannot protest. We are not telling you to fight this. You can't fight them. We have limitation to the arms that we have. Our Liberation Army cannot get to everywhere at the same time. That is where we are taking this measure of self-defense. At least to call, there are several ways we can defend ourselves. It is not just only in bearing arms and taking guns and fighting. No. It's not only that. There are certain measures you have to apply to defend yourself. And those measures are this whistleblowing. To create awareness when something is happening. At least when you sense danger in your area, by you alerting people, you will have saved so many lives. Just like we hear, you see videos where terrorists enter into area. These terrorists, they enter into area, they take lives while people are asleep. If you have this whistle with you, and you notice that something is going wrong, when you blow it, your neighbor hear it and blow it, and when the whistle is on good, that whistle alone can scare them away. In case you don't know, it will limit the havoc. People will be alerted and people will escape for their lives. Also, when the terrorists in uniform are coming to operate, you can be able to raise alarm. As in Igwebuike, when you have crowd of people, when you have only one broom, it will be very easy to break a broom, only one single broom. But when you have a bunch of broom, it will be almost impossible for you to break a bunch of broom. And this is what we are trying to create in Biafra land. A situation where you can raise alarm and everyone will be alerted. People will rise up and come for your defense. It is always easy to kidnap one person. When you are alone in your home, alone, without anybody coming to your aid, it will be easy for these terrorists in uniform and off uniform to come and take you and hijack you and you disappear. But when you have this whistle with you, you can be able to raise alarm. Your neighbors can raise alarm. And when you begin to hear this loud voice, I bet you that, remember there's a story in the Bible. I remember a story that was also told in the Bible where I think the Israelites also went into a camp, and it was only the leper. The leprosy people went into a camp wearing something that is making a sound in their leg to make a sound in a camp, in a military camp. And only the sound that was making that, those people thought that there is a heavy force is coming somewhere, and they ran away and left everything they had. And that was how that war was won. They didn't fight a gun. They didn't shoot a bullet. Leprosy people, they tied this thing, they tied in their leg to make a sound and tell people, for people to know that a leper is coming. In those olden days, when a leper is coming, you must wear something in your leg so that people will go away from the road, so that it will not infect them, because it's seen as an infectious disease and it's a kind of a curse on people. So when they are coming, they wear something to alert people. So this leper, we had the people that wore this thing and they were going to a camp. When they had a sound, because they were only the sound that was heard, the soldiers who were well armed with their horses, they ran away and left everything they had. There are different strategies you can apply to secure yourself and save your life. Very different strategies you can apply. And the government is bringing out suggestions, bringing out different strategies that you can apply. All these are targeted at securing the Biafran life. We have lost a lot of people, and we are not ready to continue to lose anymore. We cannot continue to lose people. So every measure we can apply to save life, we will apply that. So this survival whistle is very important. That whistle could save life. you see some idiots, some clowns will come and make jest of it. Just like what we are saying. There are some people today, you go to their platform, they use that as a program and they make jest of it. And these are people who claim to be Biafra. That time they spent in making jest of that whistle, they spend in taking the video of our deputy prime minister to analyze. Why don't they spend that time? Spend that time and make investigation, or spend that time and analyze the atrocities of Nigerian government against your people. Why don't you spend that time? Spend that time to analyze the atrocities of the Janjaweed against your people. Spend that time to educate your people. At least encourage your people to stand strong and continue to pursue the self-determination. But they wouldn't. Some of them don't have any other thing. The only program they have on daily basis is to, on their camera, put the program of their brother side by side and begin to analyze. And what analysis are they bringing? Confusion, lies upon lies, lies upon lies. And you'll be wondering, what are these people chasing? You just heard what the Reverend Father told us. Self-preservation that is even imbibed in the Bible. Some of us are so spiritual that you can't do anything without the Bible. But there are Bible examples. They are not one. There are so many examples in the Bible where people protected their own. And Chukwu Okike Abiama supported them because they protected their own, supported them, and they succeeded in the warfare. There are numerous examples. But you wouldn't do that. Please. On Tuesday, tomorrow, being Tuesday, on 20th, tomorrow, every one of us should be there. It is 7 p.m. Biafran time. 7 p.m. Biafran time. We must be on Twitter to raise funds for this survival whistle. It will be a fundraising and it will be streamed live on all our platforms. But you must be there to answer for yourself. What we are doing today is everything that is going to save life. Every measure that will save life. If you still have an idea, come on that X that day, bring your own idea. It is not just what the government presents. Most of these ideas you are seeing, individuals brought the idea. It is not the government. People make the suggestion. Government look into it and see how it's going to be applied or how it's going to work, and they apply it. So come to that program tomorrow, 7 p.m. Biafra time. Join the program. When you come there, you bring your own idea, bring your own suggestion. It will go a long way to anything you know you can be able to present that will save life. Go ahead and present it. It is not enough to come online. All you do is to push propaganda against your own. And in the midst of that, your propaganda, you end up wasting your time. You think that your lie and your propaganda can stop Dr. NgoziOrabueze from being who she is. You can't stop her. Instead of you stopping her with your propaganda, she will dance it away. Instead of you stopping her with that your useless propaganda, you will end up wasting your time, and she will continue to grow in happiness and in strength, and the shame will continue to be yours. You think your propaganda can stop her? You are only wasting your time. You're only wasting your time. While you're pushing your propaganda, her joy is increasing. And the more you see her dance out her time, the more you see her celebrate the freedom of Biafra people, the more you die. The heart attack will increase. The heart attack will continue to increase. Why don't you exalt your own? The Janjaweed are there protecting their own. You see sometimes the terrorist group that is being proscribed by the whole world, the fourth most dangerous terrorist group. Yet, a Fulani man will come and tell you that they are our foot soldiers. And Oduduwa people will come and tell you that these are our misguided children. Don't do anything to them. Every region is defending their own. Only the Biafran people are not defending their own. How many Yoruba people have we seen in their platform attacking Sunday Igboho? None of them is speaking about Sunday Igboho today. How many platforms owned by Yoruba people you see them sitting down and talking against Sunday Igboho? How many of them? How many? Even if they don't agree with him, how many do you see them? All they do is to devote their time to fight Sunday Igboho. How many of them? How many of them? I'm asking you, how many? But up to today, there are still people who have devoted their time to be speaking against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Speaking against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can imagine governors and senators voting against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can imagine. On Wednesday, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court again. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be on court on Wednesday, and we are going to be here to analyze it and bring it for you live again. This is a man who has not committed any crime. He has not committed any crime known to man. In fact, court have said release him, and yet the leaders, those who call themselves intellectuals in Biafra land, those who call themselves leaders, political leaders, those who call themselves traditional rulers, even for the fact that the court have said release him, why don't you hold that fact? Face them head on. Court have said leave him, let him go. You have no right to try him. That was supposed to be where. No, you have no right. It's not as if you are imposing something on them. It's forcing them to do what their court have said. How many Igbo elites or leaders have gone to that extent of forcing them to do what they got? What you see them say, we hope they will give him justice. Let the trial continue. That is what you hear from them. And as if that is not enough. Before ever the trial started, the people came together and said that he must be tried, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not be released. Today, look at Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa, a man who had followed everything that is known by international law. He did not break any international law. Not one. Not even a single one. International law was obeyed in a full. He never failed into that. And yet, what did you see? His own people came together and they are calling for his head. How long are we going to continue to be seeing this kind of nonsense? How long? How long? How long are we going to be tolerating this propaganda? Yeah. The more we try to fight and make things right, the more our own people continue to push the hand of time back. Our own people continue to shift the hand of time back. We make 2 steps forward, they give us 3 steps backward. Why are you doing that? Go to social media today. The people that are celebrating the detention of Mazi Simon Ekpa are Biafrans. And they are the ones who are making sure that he is not released. Onye gburu nwanne ya abụrụ odogwu. Onye ọbụla gburu nwanne ya abụrụ odogwu. And that person that you sold your brother to take his life, you think he's going to spare you? He will never spare you. Never. He would never ever spare you. If you think that he will spare you, that is why you sold your brother. When he is done with your brother, he's going to come for you. He will definitely come for you. Why are you destroying yourself with envy and jealousy, self-centeredness and greed? Why? Why are you destroying yourself? Wherever you are as a Biafra, time has come when we have to rise up and do what we have to do. Time has come when we have to speak and speak as a people. Time has come when we have to present our case to the world. Enough of this propaganda and blackmails. enough of these lies and idiocy that is coming from all angles. We must rise up, and we must rise up now. You're welcome, Nanyalugo. Nanyalugo, you're welcome. Let's hear from you. Go on and speak to us, Nanyalugo. Nanyalugo, are you there? Let's hear from you. Unmute yourself, Nanyalugo. Unmute yourself. You are muted. Nanyalugo, unmute yourself. Good morning. You're welcome.
Thank you, brother Chus.
You're welcome, my brother. No.
I'm happy to be with you in this moment.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm also come to Lagos, the Biafrans all over the world. The freedom fighters in the whole world. Let's our DPO. Let's I'm one of your fans, and I'm not follow the things.
Thank
but
you,
unfortunately, today, with the program live.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can have support in your hand, probably the motor well. You hear Nagani. Watch your program in the next day. I just from Batana join me at the live program. In hand, we have more. They can the finish the work here. And then I water in our water. So be told me, Biafra, I want to go mine.
Yes.
29th of December, after all set and done. In order to go advice in the end of the matter, in the next time, it's only when you want to see and call them. Makano gather us. I watch our onion do Mazen and the Kano. I see if any in that now, on the money to opening and opening. More we had many obstacles that left and right. Our Prime Minister Victoria.
Yes, you.
The Muru Ranakashi, no will do. When you name call a New Zealand for that, neither Lota La Biafra. Macareba, no. Another Batasi one. I got a low line. I don't know why. So, that's only the sheep. We are following and the listening and the supporting. Macando, in the night, Abata, Matabuba, Gapele, Ube move, Vologa Pele, go hit in a junction. I am not allowed. And I circulate people who got them at Bob and I have blood on the city. I will put out a la Biafra one, but I knew Nam Bonadike. That was a run of Columbi because there were PL. Our DPOs. London cause of Nation. I hate it. Magic from magic. Not a people who can be on.
See? See?
That can hear.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So everyone that is watching, you can see when we are talking about the issue of this survivor whistle, this is where the survivor whistle can be able to work. You see, these are those criminal security forces that we have formed. Those criminal security offices that we have formed, the AVG or whatever they call them, all those criminals that Soludo put together. The way they intimidate Biafrans. Look at an innocent man who was traveling with his own car. They used gun and hit him on his head. And look at him bleeding. For no reason, for no just cause. They just hit him with the gun on his head. And the guy is bleeding. What has he do? He has to raise alarm. When he raises alarm, you see people gather. And because you see people gathering now, as people have gathered, they can't do anything anymore. You see the man holding the security man that injured him. You see him. This is the idiot that injured him. Used a gun and hit his head for no reason. But because people have gathered there now, they can't do anything. You can see. You can see. They can't do anything. The man is only because there are crowd. Crowd has gathered. Young men have gathered everywhere. The guy raised the alarm and people gathered. And they face them head on. Look at it. Even with his gun, he can't do anything. Even with his gun, he dare not shoot anybody. This is the importance of that survival whistle. When you have that survival, when something like this happens, you raise alarm. Your neighbors will gather. Everybody will have, no matter how many they are. You can see them. Even with his gun, he dare not shoot. He cannot have that coming. Look at their vehicle back there. But because there is crowd there, because of the crowd, he cannot do anything. So the only way you can be able to awaken this crowd, it is through this survival whistle. That is why this survival whistle is very, very important. It will help you to raise alarm and draw attention. And once Biafrans are educated about it, anybody that hears the sound, you know that is danger. You know that is danger. You will come out, or if you are going to go away, you will run away and hide yourself. There will be signals on the sound you will hear. When you hear the sound, you know that this is what is happening, and you will know where to go and what to do. But when you see it, some idiots come online and they begin to talk against it. People that don't have common sense, people that doesn't have anything to offer. They don't have anything to offer. All they do is to come and castigate anything you bring. Ask them, what is your own plan? What is your own template to secure Biafra land? What is your own template? They don't have any template. They don't have any plan. But when you bring a plan, they talk against it. When you bring a plan, they fight it. They criticize it. They use it as a joke. These are one of the importance of that. When this kind of event is happening, if this guy did not raise alarm, they will injure him at the same time. They will take his life and they will walk away. But because the guy was able to call attention of the crowd, they could not be able to stand him. They couldn't be able to stand. They couldn't be able to run away. And they had no choice than to be there. And before you know, the people overpowered them. Even with their gun, they can't do anything. So, my fellow Biafrans, this is why it is important to be raising those alarms. The survival whistle, it will save life. From the terrorists in uniform and those are off uniform, it will save life. There will be different signs and signals that you're going to hear. Biafrans will be trained and told how to use the whistle. There are some sounds you know that is danger. Either in the street, either to run away, to hide yourself, or to come out, depending on the sound you hear. Every measure that is going to save life, it is what we apply. Measures to save life. It is not just about shooting guns. It's not just about raising arms. No, there are certain measures. Even there are some natural measures. There are some traditional measures you can take to defend yourself. There are some traditional measures. I have seen a video where some criminals came into a house of a man to steal. But instead of stealing, they took broom and they were sweeping the ground. They were sweeping the ground until the whole morning came. They were still sweeping until the man came and saw them. That man did that thing for self-defense. It wasn't to hurt anybody. If he wanted to hurt somebody, he can make him to die. But he made him to begin to sweep the ground. Instead of coming there to steal or take life, the person kept busy, was sweeping until the man came. All this is a measure to secure ourselves, both traditionally and some other ways. If you have some other solution, be on that Twitter tomorrow, 7 p.m. You can make your own suggestion, give your own advice on what to do, and also donate to that very survival wisdom. It is a very important program. Everybody must be there. Everybody must be there. We must defend our land. No matter their propaganda, no matter their blackmail, do not allow the enemies to deceive you or take you down. No matter what they say. We know that our Prime Minister, Mazi Samarepa, is innocent. Our Supreme Mazi Nandekano is innocent. But because of the global conspiracy, they continue to hold them against their will. They continue to hold them to demoralize us. They continue to hold them to make sure that they confuse us. But my fellow Biafrans, we must not allow them to confuse us. We must not allow them to demoralize us. We must not allow them to change the narrative on us. And we will continue to do what we have to do to save our life. Biafra is here. No amount of propaganda or blackmail will stop us. No matter what they do, and no matter how they try to do it, we will continue to speak, and we will speak louder than ever. Wherever you are as a Biafran, do not be discouraged. Some of us are already getting scared. Oh, they will call you terrorists. Oh, they will call you this. If you're expecting your enemy to call you a good name, sorry, you don't know what you're doing. The enemy will never call you a good name. They will even call you name worse than, if they have any name worse than terrorists, they can call you, they will call you. But are you the very first person that will call a terrorist? You're not the first person. You are not the very first person they gave that name. That very name have been given to people that save their people. Many important personalities on this planet Earth have answered that name, but it didn't stop them. Martin Luther King Jr. was called a terrorist. Today, he's celebrated. Today, they are celebrating him. Nelson Mandela was called a terrorist. Even they left his name in the terrorist list. United States had his name in terrorist list until even after he became a president and later he died. But yet, the whole world celebrating, the whole world recognizing him as a hero. Gandhi was also called a terrorist. But today, Gandhi is celebrated across the world. Some people they call their leaders in that zoo. We are also on the same page, calling them at one time or the other. So, my beloved brother and sister, continue to support the United States of Biafra the best way you can. Any way you can support, do not hesitate. Don't allow anybody to blackmail you. Don't allow anybody to push you back. We must continue until we get to our destination. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this platform today. Everyone that has contributed in one way or the other. I thank you for being part of this program. And I thank every Biafran in Biafran land that have participated in the Sit at Home of today. Whatever you have lost today, Chukwu Okike Abiama will grant you more and more in 100-fold. Any business you have missed today because of Sit at Home, tomorrow you're going to get it in 100-folds. There is no sacrifice that is too much to make for your freedom. Whatever you have lost today, you will regain it tomorrow. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran in this platform today. If you have not yet liked this program, please click like. It is a simple thing. Like is not going to cost you money. Clicking, giving a thumbs up to the program will not cost you money. Sharing this program will not cost you money. It is radical evangelism, just to help to support so that others can get this information. You click like and you share. When you click like, the algorithm will trigger other people to get the notification and they will watch the video and get the message that you have gotten. You can equally share in all the platforms where you belong to, family and friends. The social media network doesn't help us to promote our program. Only you can help to do that. And as you are watching, whether you are writing on the comment section or wherever you are part of the media. So share the program, click like. It will go to a long way to get this message to other people. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect us. And if you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe. If you're watching on TikTok, please tap the screen and share also so that others can get us and join us on this program. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran wherever they may be, more especially those in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect them and secure them. I pray for our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect and secure her. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. I pray for strength, for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will speak on his behalf, wherever he is. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. I pray for our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that every plan they make against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not stand. I pray for wisdom, knowledge, understanding, revelations. I pray that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be stronger than ever. I pray for strength. I pray that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will gain his freedom very, very soon. May Chukwu Okike and guide and protect him. Our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, we pray for divine security for him. May Chukwu Okike send to him her legions of angels to continue to guide and protect her. No evil shall befall her. No evil shall befall her. No evil shall befall her. I pray for every one of us that have been part of this program. We will be blessed, and every one of us will see Biafra. Thank you for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike. Thank you so much. Stay blessed, and see you tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike. Bye-bye. See you next time.
This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Tell them I got that day. Remember when me tell you say I got that day. Yeah, I remember that what I called a saboteurs. Like a papa nuku, but then when we go near me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro, me tell you what I day. For me the plan and the rest of man, I tell you what I me never give up, me tell them
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, forever be a part.
They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front without food, without guns. For our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now, if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart. Forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation. And the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation.
We play in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes of our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a patient people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we
never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
This is what happens.
This is no more Biafra.
Nobody wants to do this.
That's
the problem. They sent her to my case.
Biafra government in they know na exile cabinet me no no ano ekene unu jisinu ikene na tukuna ndana ya agba unu ube maka no yesu lo bia ya toka imaluge enu yi jisinu ikene Kanelo Mondi Biafra Revelation Army Umuchukwu. The angels of Biafra and the great oracles of Biafra Nananunu. Nanunu Jisi Kenon. That's a good about home. I say, can the Prime Minister H.E. Masi Simon Webber? I was in Guava to be the best. I tried to do more Biafra, I don't got your temper with me. And then I just show you, you will not see. Yes. Mweji mwagu konyilo sinodilo kasojilo yatiji sojilo wewalaso Muzikwe wabatobi Pagada gididi kebya nulu Mweji wala niyo Mwenye tukunyele ndi Biafra na nulu Nuna beke nege I say, I didn't Biafra, I didn't more. I say, no, I didn't know, Mandanya na borong weno utelani welien. Mandanya na bona nudo long way. Makana bona boke kwena bonike. Moya na no, moya long. No before the belly no one I believe a good legacy will last forever, my believe and the remembrance of my bless you.